After watching Toy Story 4, I think I can confidently rank them from best to worst. Worst is not even a good phrase to use, but from best to worst. Toy Story 3, Toy Story 1, Toy Story 4, then Toy Story 2. Yeah. Toy Story 4 is directed by Josh Cooley, also starring Tim Allen, obviously, Tom Hanks, the regular people that you see in these Toy Story films. And it tells the story of, after we've left off in Toy Story 3, the toys are now with this new child, Bonnie, and they go on an adventure where we meet a new character that she makes, Forky, who is amazing. We'll get to that. And basically we go on this adventure when they go on a road trip, and I don't want to spoil too much. If you've seen the trailers, if you kind of know what the story is. I didn't see any trailer. I pretty much went in blind, and I was surprised as to everything that was happening. So I didn't even know that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah. Yes. While the regular cast, per usual, is always going to be amazing, the new cast of people that we get in this, Ducky and Bunny, I believe, played by Key and Peele, Jordan Peele, and Keegan Michael Key, are amazing. We have new addition Forky, that is mentioned by, voiced by Tony Hale, I believe. The standout, the most adorable. They're gonna milk this Forky character. Keanu Reeves plays the only character he could play, Duke Kaboom, who is basically like this kind of like a toy version of a stunt driver. And we have Christina Hicks, I believe. She plays Gabby, who is, she's interesting. I would say watch the film. And obviously we have Bo Peep coming back, voiced by Annie Potts, and with everybody plus the regular cast, this is amazing. They're always going to be amazing, but I think after a 9-year, Tom Hanks as Woody is, it's always amazing. Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear. One thing I've noticed about Buzz in a lot of these movies is he's actually less than like a star, like a role player, same like basketball terms. But in this, he's kind of the same. There's really no but. He's pretty much the same, but he's always amazing. And there's, oh my god, the running gags that you get in this film, not just with Buzz, but with all the other characters. Bo Peep coming back, Annie Potts voicing her is amazing. We get these brand new characters that we get with her. This cop, I can't tell you who voices her, but she's amazing. The score is, always going to be the Toy Story score. That's always amazing. One thing that was actually pretty dope is something I've noticed in a lot of these animation films is that they're taking a lot more chances with cinematography, and this was great. There are a lot of moments I'm like, did y'all see that? It's not well shot, but it's well animated to where it feels like a camera's legit following these characters, and they honestly feel amazing. This movie is hella funny. There's obviously going to be moments to where you're like, is this a kids movie with some of these jokes? It will go over a lot of kids' heads, and it's really funny, and the movie as a whole is very, very fun. I want to say the second act of this film is pretty much spotless. The middle part of this film is pretty much as perfect as perfect could possibly get. I literally sat there oh my god, am I gonna give this a 10? That second act is, standout. But unfortunately, like I tweeted after watching the film, its biggest flaw is that it follows Toy Story 3, which may be the best anime movie of all time, up until Lion King. If you're comparing both, it's really a toss-up for me, at least. What does that mean? So when you think about it, Toy Story 3 is actually a very compact story. There's not too much going on. There's not too many this adventure. It's pretty much like daycare. Yeah, Woody is going in and out, but other than that, it's a pretty concise story. Toy Story 3 also has an amazing villain in Lotso, a villain that we will all remember for years and years. And Toy Story 3 has one of the best endings, one of the most memorable endings in film history. Unfortunately, this film has to split between about almost sometimes 3 different storylines going on at once, and it kind of dilutes from the heart of keeping it within, I guess, keeping it as small as possible, to where now we have kind of 3 separate adventures going on simultaneously at a point throughout the film. It's not terrible, it's just okay, I feel like I'm have to bounce, and we don't get the time to fully build all of these characters because we need to focus on this storyline. On the villain side, there's really no villain. You have to watch the film, and especially coming off a lot, so it's kind of hard coming off a lot, so to this film, to where you're literally, it's like going from the Joker to, not even Bane, but like a lesser villain. Not even villain, it's hard to explain. And the end of this film is nowhere near as great as the ending of Toy Story 3. Yes, it is. It kind of gets very, very heartfelt at the very, very end. But there's also a moment where it's kind of like it could have been ended in a matter of 25 minutes before the film ends. It could have ended already. But it's almost like, you know, we want to keep the movie going, so let's make this character do this. It's kind of like, okay, like that feels forced. Nowhere near am I saying it is terrible. I'm just saying that it's hard to come off of what is the greatest film. It's like the Dark Knight syndrome. What happened to Dark Knight Rises? I will say the theme, you know, I don't want to spoil it, is pretty dope, and I think while it is pertaining to characters in the film, I do think it is something that audiences can take out of the film, especially hopefully kids will understand it, and I know adults will definitely be like, okay, I understand where they're going with that. It's something that's really heartfelt, something that really gives you something to think about. So, like I said, amazing, great new characters. The original cast is always amazing. Oh my god, I don't even want to get started on Forky and Ducky and Key and Peele and their character. The story is heartfelt. The second act is amazing. Score is always great. Cinematography is dope. The only problem is it's going after what is probably my favorite film, one of my favorite films of this past decade. Yeah. Therefore, I am going to give Toy Story 4 a 9. Alright guys, I know I always say I'm back, but I'm actually back this time, for real. I promised myself at least to the end of the year, I'm going content heavy, okay? So I'll tell you guys what that means the first Sunday of July. Expect the video, I'm going to explain everything, where I've been and all that. And yeah, let's get to rocking. Toy Story 4, go see it. I have a review for The Farewell coming out tomorrow. Spoiler but no spoiler, I really love the film. See you guys later.